process that we had for 40 years was the drivers would fill out a truck report or haul sheet every day, and then they would drop it off at the yard or the job site. We would have a job foreman would pick up the paperwork, and then they'd somehow get it in. And before everybody had iPhones, we'd have to just wait for it to get in by hand. After they got iPhones, with more current technology, then we could take pictures of it and send it in. But it's always been a hassle trying to get the paperwork.
Every morning we used to just get piles and boxes of paperwork, and I'd watch 3 people sit there for an hour and sort it all out and then see what they're missing, and then have to call drivers or see where they turned it in. Driver forgot to turn it in at the end of the day, turned it in this morning, missed the mail run.
Drivers would either make their own notes or spill coffee on it or have their greasy hands on it. You almost didn't want to touch it, or it would be inaccurate, the times would be wrong, or you couldn't read it. All kinds of problems with paper tickets. And we used some sub-haulers even on top of that, and getting the paperwork from the sub-haulers was even worse.
So trying to get that paperwork back to our office, back when we had paperwork, was such a hassle. Everybody would have to take pictures, scan it, email it. We got blurry pictures, then you take new pictures again, or the supervisor forgets, or they email it to the wrong person, then we're having to print them again in our office and then sort everything. It was a disaster.
I tried to go paperless for 40 years. We tried everything. We tried scanning. We tried to do anything where we could just load it in the computers. Nothing ever worked. A lot of our jobs are hard, where we do straight hauls, back hauls, standby. So it's hard to get all the times in and make sure the drivers document it. And it was just a life-changing thing when I guess my wife found UpTech, and then my son was working on it, and I kept thinking it wouldn't work.
I got a lot of pushback on it, surprisingly. When I first told them about it, they're all sold on it, and then once it came around, they're like, "Oh, that's Andrew's thing. We'll do it our way. That's his thing. Just let him do that." Or no, this is the way we do it. We don't want to do that. I said, let me show you this, just all the different features, and the way it speeds up their job and makes things easier. It just streamlined a lot of stuff, and even I had to sell it to the owner, Alan, my father, and just trying to get him on it too. He hates change. He's tried digital systems before. It's never worked. It'll never ever work. And trying to sell it just cost-wise too, paper versus digital. Just other ways I could just try to win him over. It took a while for sure, but now he's like, I don't know how we ever did it without it. He loves it now. Now he's thanking me.
Now I'm probably the best proponent because I deal with it every day. We can look up the tickets now by driver, by job, by day, by truck. So if we need to find something, we can have it in less than 5 seconds. My payroll can find it. I'm doing 2 less people in my office now handling the paperwork. We don't have to go through, we don't have to sort it, we don't have to add the tickets anymore. It's just nice and clean. We do 150 trucks. A lot of those trucks do 2-3 jobs a day all over the state of Arizona. We even have a job in Nevada right now. We have all of our paperwork in here. We even are starting on the afternoon now sometime. If we know the job is done, we just print the tickets right there. And if guys have time, we get a jump on it. But all of our stuff is billed by 11 o'clock the next morning. We have all the paperwork. It's not an issue. My name is Alan Otto with Auto Trucking. We started using DumpTech almost a year ago, and it's life-changing. I would recommend it that anybody uses it. I would not run a trucking company without DumpTech right now.